Hey everyone, welcome to Lori's Creations. This YouTube channel, this is my first one, and I am just going to keep it simple for the first time around because I'm new at this, and I'm just going to see how it goes the first time, and hopefully I'll get some subscribers and you'll like what I'm doing. Today, for my first episode, I'm going to show you how to make this simple bow. You do not have to measure. You do not have to use any kind of cutting board. You just make it the way you want it, and I call this the Starburst Bow. What you need is any kind of ribbon, but I got this ribbon since the holidays are coming up. I got this ribbon at Hobby Lobby, and if you watch the weekly ads, this was half off, and it was $8, so I got this for $4, and it has 90 feet of ribbon, and you can make approximately, I think I can get about 20 bows like this out of this one roll. The other thing you'll need is just some simple, it's floral wire. You can get this in the floral section at Hobby Lobby, or you can just use a twist tie, or you can use the fuzzy, what are those called? Oh my gosh, I just went blank. What are the fuzzy? Oh God.
Pipe cleaners.
Pipe cleaners. There you go. My husband's helping me out here. He's filming me today. I couldn't think. And of course, you'll just need some scissors. Now, to make this bow, I wanted you to see it. I just had this on a lantern that I had that I just decorated it just so you could see what the bow looks like and how it looks kind of like a starburst. What I start out doing is I just begin by kind of gauging how big I want it. You can make them as small as you want it or as big as you want it. But I just will start, and I do not, think, oh, okay, maybe about that's what I want. Like I said, I don't measure. I don't even cut my stems down here the same size. I just kind of cut just like that. That's what I'll do. And then I just lay that down, just like that. Then I go again. And this time, I might make this one not as long, a little bit shorter, no measuring. You see the difference that I just did here? No measuring. I can't do the measuring stuff. Then I might make this one a little bit longer. And just put that on top there too. It'll all come together once we get it all done. I normally cut about, I try to do odd numbers because I think that looks a little bit better than even number of how many pieces you cut. So far, and like I said, I do not like the tails of the bow to be the same, or the strip that I caught the same length. But right now I've got 4, and I'm going to go ahead and cut 3 more. We're going to do 7. So like I said, there's no rhyme or reason. You just decide how big you want to do it, how small you want it, and then we're going to put it all together. This past Christmas at my church, we decorated, or I decorated our Christmas tree with this red, and I did a silver mixed in with it. But this time I just wanted to show you with one color bow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so now I have my 7 bows, or my 7 lengths. 7 cuts, I guess you would say. None of them are the same size. I didn't measure. Like I said, this is just Lori's bow because I can't do what some of the great crafters out there that know how to do all the measuring. I just came up with this because this was something I could do. So if I can do this, you can do this. So now I'm going to take my pieces of my ribbon that I cut, and I am going to place them kind of how I want them. They do not need to be the same way across. You can have a fatter looking bow compared to a smaller looking bow, or the opening, I guess you would say. Okay? So, and this particular ribbon that I am using, it has the real shiny glitter on one side, and it's not as glittery on the other side. So when you do make these, just make sure you are putting, keeping the glitter side or the shiny side up. Okay. Now, like I said, I did not measure. I have my bow put together now. I've got some tall, got some short, nothing is even. And then, if you look down here at all my tails, they're all different lengths too. Now, I'm going to squish this together, kind of pinch it, and I'm going to take my floral wire, and I'm going to make a, I would say, I'm not measuring this either, but I would say that might be about, I'd say 10 inches. The reason why you want to make this one a little bit longer is because if you're going to attach it to some kind of decorative item in your house, you would need something long like this to attach it, or to if you're attaching it to your Christmas tree. Okay, so I have it pinched, and I'm going to take my wire, and I'm just going to hold it down, and I'm going to squeeze that ribbon down, and then just twist as tight as I can. And I'm twisting it several times. Okay? And then I'm going to straighten this wire out, because that's what I will use if I attach it to something. Now, before I do any of the fluffing, like you see here, I'm going to take each one of the tails of the bow, and I'm going to do what some people call this dovetailing. And basically, you just take the part of the tail and you fold it over, and you can just make a little triangle cut, and it looks like this. Okay? So I'm going to do that to each one of mine. And when you do this, it does not matter which side of the ribbon you're actually cutting. And you can actually do this before you tie the ribbon together, or put the floral wire, but I find it easier when I do it this way. So, and as you can tell, each one of my ribbon tails are different lengths. And that's okay, because this is what makes it beautiful and makes it look like a star bursting out. So for this episode, for the first time of my YouTube channel, I am using just the one color of ribbon. The next episode, hopefully you like this episode, the next episode I will show you how to make this with all different types of ribbon that are not so Christmassy. These are things that could be for spring ribbons, spring wreaths, or fall, any time of the year. All right, so I'm almost done dovetailing. That's what takes probably the longest with this kind of bow, but this detail makes it look fantastic. So here's what I've got so far. Looks pretty skimpy, doesn't it? Now I'm gonna make it look like that. So you, depending on where you're gonna put it, first of all, I'm not sure where I'm gonna put it yet. I may just wrap it around that my vase over there. But you just start to pull, and you start to fluff, and you just start to take the tails, and you just move them. You want them up, you want them inside the hoops, or their loops, I guess you would call them. And you just want to just keep twisting it, pushing it out, so it starts to look like a star. And it does not matter where, you know, the lengths of the tails or the loops. Any way you do this bow, it is going to turn out beautiful. And people that I have decorated trees and wreaths and presents with this type of bow have told me I need to do this. This is what my passion should be, because I love to wrap. I hardly ever use bags when I do Christmas stuff, because I love to do these types of things. And yes, it takes a little bit longer, but it's something I like to do. Now, I have my bow kind of like I want it. I have my tails. Do you notice that they're different sizes? Different lengths. Okay? Now, this one that I'm looking at, I do notice that I don't think I want it that long. So you know what? You can still cut some off, and that's okay. And I've got my little bow there, and now I am going to take, oh, my sweet husband brought me a candle holder. Ooh, don't look at the dust on this. I hate to dust. I love to make bows, but I hate to dust. So sorry about that. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my Starburst bow, and this bow may be a little bit little compared to for the candle holder that he brought me. The candle holder, the bows might be a little bit big, but now I'm just gonna take the wires, wrap it around my candle holder here, and any excess wires that you have, you can either curl them up or just cut them off like I just did. And I'm fluffing my bow again. Once I've got it on there, I want these tails to stick up. I want my tails to stick down, and I want the loops to stand out. And let me put, thanks honey, now I'm gonna put the candle on top. Now, look at how beautiful that is. That just made a special touch to the candle holder and the candle. And this would look beautiful on your mantle or even as a centerpiece on your table. Let me move all of my stuff out of the way. And that is how you make Lori's Starburst Bow. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope to see you next time. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll show you how to make another bow like this, but with different colors that you can use for any other time of the year. See you. Bye-bye.